Why, hello there.
How hello there.
Who, hello there.
What hello there?
Yeah. We're doing the thing, guys. We're playing Scars of Disorder tonight. It's happening. We're all
We
here.
are.
I actually
Here
just
we
popped,
are.
I popped in to say I can't be here tonight, and I gotta head out.
I will
Bye.
take a train to Chicago right now, just to say please. No. Wow, I'm so excited, guys. It's been a while. Last time we met to actually record was on the 27th of last month, so it's been straight up a month since the last episode of Scars of Disorder.
We're
Which
sorry,
is
listeners.
Insane. I mean, things happen, you know.
I know.
Look at
Life
them.
Also,
Look at them. They're okay.
you know,
They're okay.
they're okay. But I
Look
like
at their
Life is
smiling
life.
faces.
Love is love, you know.
life is love, but also consistency is key in podcasting.
Yes.
We were
But,
consistently missing the show. You know?
You're right.
There we
That's
go.
so fair.
I think we're fine. I think we're good.
Yeah, you're right.
And you know, I've had a month to think of a banter question for tonight's episode, and I didn't. So I'm just gonna resort back to thank God for Sam. He sent a list of banter questions that I can just resort to in moments like these, which will be every episode. It's just gonna keep happening. Sorry, guys. So Sam submitted this fantastic banter question in our little Scars of Disorder group chat. He asked, if we were in like a heist movie, what character archetype would we be?
Oh.
As ourselves, or like may like
As
avatar
ourselves. Yeah. If you want to answer as your avatar character, but I'm asking like you, Monroe, what heist archetype of character do you think you would be?
We're
This
like
might
mastermind or
Yeah.
getaway driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably the man with the plan or the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
well. Yep.
Like the mastermind. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You're the guy putting the team together.
Yeah. Or like the, I don't know, like the guy in the chair, like the, like the hacker.
The hacker, yeah.
Sometimes he's like
Yeah.
the communication guy, knows where everybody is.
Give everybody the
Coordinating.
earpieces. You're the one who like loops the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At just the right time.
I feel like I'm the one who's actually out there seeing the
Robbing
plan through.
banks?
But, like
Oh.
are you well you guys are in my ear. Like I'm the worker bee in this. I
love
don't know
it.
what
I
that
love it.
what that type would be called though.
Well, there's different positions. You could be like the lock picker.
I'd be
or-
probably the assistant. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So okay, I'd probably be lookout or something, or maybe
Or would you be the one
Yeah.
to like draw attention?
Oh,
Distracted.
yeah.
The one who's like gambling big at the table, making a lot of noise.
Or the one who like
Ah,
spills coffee on the
face.
bank manager or something.
well, doesn't it depend on like the room? Like if it's a
Oh, yeah.
bunch of dudes, I probably have to get dressed in a nice dress or something, right? And then kind of distract them that way. If I'm the only girl in the
Yeah.
group, right?
I mean,
So
I,
like, I think it
good at
depends on
dress.
the
Yeah.
situation.
If you want to take
Not
that
to
role,
not to take that away from you, Sam, but just saying that like if we
And then in the
Like,
second
be
movie,
jealous.
you're gonna and then in the second movie, your character is gonna go undercover as Monroe Hayden, and all the fans are gonna hate it because you just played yourself in the second movie and that was bad storytelling. Talking about Ocean's 12.
Yeah, we know, Danny. Anyways, move on. What
Hey,
do
Good
you
news
do?
is that in a few years you'll lead your own crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Moving up in the world.
So,
it's true.
and that'll be all women.
Yes. I feel like I'd be like
I don't think I want to
like
lead
the
though.
wild card.
Putting that out there.
Huh? You don't want to lead?
It's too late. You gotta play the heist, bro.
It's my destiny as a woman. That's my destiny.
You played yourself in the second movie. It's your
Yes.
destiny.
That's it. But Sam looks good in a dress too.
Same with like, yeah.
Why do I see Sam as a getaway driver? Like
I
with
guess
the
he's same
gloves and
as-
everything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why. What,
Fun fact: I'm a very safe driver. Like very.
All right,
there you
never
go.
mind.
There you
No,
go.
that's
What-
good.
I mean,
That's perfect.
we don't want to get into an accident on our way
True,
from the
you're right.
bank.
But we can't go slow.
I don't want my getaway
He didn't
driver
say
running
slow.
red lights.
He said safe.
Just
That's true.
the speed limit.
I am not a safe driver, so I should not. fear getaway
This might
Danny,
come-
Demolitions expert for you.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like the wild card demolitions guy.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd be the guy where like, oh, looks like we gotta C4 the floor beneath the safe and have it land in the TARDIS. And
yeah,
Let's
get,
incinerate all of the cash. Let's just do it.
I'd be the one that burns all the cash and laughs at the end of the
This might come as no surprise to you all. I don't have a lot of criminal skills.
I don't think that's fair.
Not a lot of skills that are transferable over to that.
I definitely don't think that's true.
I could see you as the con man.
I
Yeah,
think I could do that. I think I could do the lying thing for sure.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Do that.
If you can play a character, you
It's
can play the game.
Yeah, spin a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like intercepting calls and like impersonating
Oh, that'd be so fun.
people.
Like,
you know, yeah,
have
I
you-
can see that.
Have you guys seen the bad guys?
No, I don't think so.
Sounds
Oh,
so
it's a
Animated movie.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great animated movie. You haven't seen it.
seen it,
Sam
yeah.
Sounded
Rockwell.
like
Oh, with
sounded
the
like
animals.
dad right now.
Sam Rockwell.
Fully
It's
recommended.
honestly it's a good movie. The animation's really good. The story is really interesting.
Sounding
there-
like dad who's gone to a lot of animated movies.
All right, Sam. I've seen some bad animated movies, and as a fan of film, there are some animated movies that I think are just good. And Bad Guys is a good movie. Regardless, the shark in that is their con man, and he always dresses up in outfits. But it's clearly a shark in an outfit, but no one ever sees through it. It's the funniest fucking bit of the entire movie.
That's a good
I
bit.
love that so much.
Like he'll be in a dress and like a wig, and everyone's
Oh
like,
my God,
this
yeah.
beautiful woman. It's I cracked.
So
Is that
then-
a hippo?
All
Is
about
that
how
a
you sell
hippo
it.
suit he's in? No, it's like a walrus onesie. That's
Oh,
hilarious. I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's good. It's a good movie, despite what
All
Sam
right. So now that we've got the archetypes
So
done,
then
let's
you're
make
the
the plan.
distraction.
Oh, I guess I'm the,
Justin?
the lying guy.
So that means that you and I are actually doing the
Yeah,
actual.
you and I are
stealing.
on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, we still have we
He's-
locked in what Sam's doing yet, or
Oh, if I was going to choose one for myself, I'd choose the muscle.
That yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
that
that.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and we don't need a getaway driver. We
No,
can just all
it
scatter
was-
afterwards.
Scatter
so we got the smoke bombs for?
Yes.
into C4.
I
If
mean, I
you
can
like
drive. I
height-
can't actually pilot a helicopter. So, and I can.
Oh,
I'm a
perfect.
horse.
Oh,
That might be.
What a
for
So, you know what I
war
mean? Like,
drop.
I have skills.
Pretty-
I just don't know what I can. So
cool.
it
That's
depends on the
pretty cool.
situation.
No, that's
So
just
then
planning.
I
Really
can
planning a
just-
heist right now.
Just like, oh yeah, I can drive a helicopter, guys. Just what?
Yeah, that
It's just never come
I
up.
told you guys that.
No, we knew that.
we knew.
That was her job for a while.
You did? Okay, it
I-
still is.
I
Yeah,
remember.
okay. I just
Had
wasn't
no
sure.
idea.
I thought like,
No,
I remember.
Nick was like,
It
oh,
might have.
yeah,
It might have
just
been
right
like.
now.
It might have been on an episode where Nick couldn't make it or something.
I
Yeah, I,
might have been out of it.
in a green
I don't
room
know.
at some point. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
Monroe can't be here because she's flying a helicopter, and I was like, I'm taking note of that.
Now
I feel like
after
I would
talking
have,
about
but
this-
also I don't know. I'm kind of out of it. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Now after talking about this, I want to do the in-game Avatar Legends heist arc. And with Teto in this group, it needs
I've always
to happen.
wanted to do a heist arc in Avatar Legend. I think it would be so much fun. I tried to make it happen in the first campaign, and
I mean, in this story we're playing, there's pirates, there's political intrigue. I mean, it's kind of the perfect setting.
And that's all you need.
You need pirates and political intrigue.
I had a really good plot hook when I was GMing, and I was like, set them up perfectly for the heist, and they walked away from it, like just completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
went
mean,
in
that happens
direction,
sometimes.
and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, that happens, you know? It's just,
it happens a lot. Yeah.
it's just the thing about the thing of the thing, you know?
quite frequently. All right, so we just we leave Tuzin. We head to the Eastern Air Temple.
Oh, finally!
All right,
Thank God.
Bet. All right, well, might as well get into it, right?
Oh.
What do you guys say? You remember exactly what happened, right? We don't need to do a recap or anything. It's only been a month.
I mean, for the audience, you should definitely do.
For the audience, you're right. We should. You're
We're
right.
fine.
You're right. I definitely remember everything that happened. But just for you guys listening at home, previously on Scars of Disorder, I also wrote this a month ago, so it's like I'm reading it for the first time after a month. Our young vendors began their trial with Mahe as the judge and Czech, along with Ling, as the defendants. Their cases were made. Now, with Haru being the only one left to be proven innocent, many things are on the minds of our young heroes. Is Czech going to stay true to his word on his deal to bring May to her sister? What is Czech even doing in Tuzin in the first place after hiding the fact that he was fired from Reich? Will Ling find the words to win Mahe and the Tuzin townsfolk in the favor of Haru? And, arguably, most importantly, are Teto and Poe going to be best friends for life? Many questions, little answers. But let's see if we can't clear some things up as we open on where our young benders are as we approach the end of the day of the first trial. I imagine most of you are making your way back to the Southern Gym to sleep, unless someone else has anything they wanted to do. Haru, did you want to do anything in prison as you and Ling, as Ling leaves you after having your conversation, planning the next day of the trial?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. I'll pull the shirt open. Hey, King. King
With a yawn crawls out of your sleeve. I think King was left in the prison during the trial, but he was left in the prison. So you
Okay, sure.
you come back to him, yeah.
he was-
And yeah, King with a yawn goes,
King, I don't think you're gonna get any sleep tonight. I need you to I'm sorry, I know. Look, do you want me to die here?
no. No.
I don't know that you paused for a little bit there.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about. All right, listen. I think Mahi's up to something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna need you to go find him, follow him, and report back in the morning.
Bye.
All right.
King gives you a little nod and a thumbs up, and we see this like a little. The camera follows King as he jumps out of the window and follows him, and I don't know, we're like dum 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 dum.
I was literally
thinking.
thinking, yeah, I was thinking that as well too.
And yeah, he I think we follow him as he roams through the street for a little bit. He realizes he doesn't know where Mahe's house is, but then he looks at like the
know.
biggest house, like at the end of the street. He's like, oh, it's probably there. And yeah, so let me look at your sheet. I feel like there's a roll here, and then we'll obviously find out the results of the roll.
Your luck.
Because a best friend, yes, when you
get to roll the
Whenever
creativity
your pal
instead
could help
of-
you push your luck, mark fatigue to roll creativity instead of passion. So
I will do that.
that's your last fatigue for the night.
Last
Uh-oh.
fatigue, but I'm going to sleep. So I'm
Push
gonna...
that luck, baby.
Oh, baby, that's a 12.
It's good. So a 12. Despite the costs, your boldness pays off. I tell you, another lucky opportunity falls in your lap. I think just the nature of the context of this roll. I think we'll find all this out the next morning. Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. We'll get back to you, Haru, because I think there's more that may happen tonight where you sit in your prison cell. But does anyone else have anything they want to do tonight before they bed down?
Check went home, right?
Yeah, I think Czech probably hung out at like his office in the jail for a while, but then eventually he obviously would go home to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
I said
like-
Mahe. I meant check.
Oh, you meant Czech?
I meant check.
Okay.
I'm
That
so
makes a lot
sorry.
more sense. At first I was
Yep.
like, this is
Oh, yeah,
All
get a
right.
gain from this.
Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Check. So you sent King to kind of follow Check, the
Tail check. Yes.
the tail
Yes.
check, the
Yeah.
Fire Nation agent acting as sheriff.
Correct.
All
yes.
right.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
Sorry for the confusion, everyone.
No, you're good. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Ling.
I think Ling would just go to sleep then. Big plan's gonna wake up early. That's
Okay.
That's it for her
That
now.
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. May, Teto.
Yeah, I got something.
Okay.
So Teto in the last episode consumed a lot of caffeine and he is crashing hard. So he's slumped on to Poe, who's deposited him back at the Southern Gem. But he's got the tea shakes. And so I want to go into like the kitchen area and I'm gonna
Yeah.
look for something to calm him down, and maybe like dream berries or I don't know, like something to put into his system to sort of flush him out. Chamomile,
I love that.
something.
I love that. And I think after like just the long day, Poe doesn't even notice you break off from the group to stop in the kitchen and grab these things. Sounds like you're indulging a bad habit on your own, Sam.
I
Am I right in
am.
assuming that?
I'm doing exactly that.
Wow. Wow. So first, shift your balance towards survival because you hate your friends. And then roll with survival. No,
Right.
no, that's not why.
I want some chamomile tea. I hate my friends.
I hate my friends. I want chamomile tea.
That's what drinking chamomile tea really symbolizes. So if your partner is out there and they've got a cup of chamomile, you should look at
the
them
end.
real
It's over.
suspicious like.
It's over, boss.
So go ahead and roll with that -2, I believe.
-2. Okay. I got a 6 on the dice. -2 is a 4.
So on a miss, you're caught by someone dangerous or powerful,
Oh no.
and they complicate your life. This is why we play these games, to find out. Isn't that right?
I want to say that I was on a really long meeting and I have got 2 sets of dice and I just kept rolling them over and over again. And I kept track of like which dice had a better outcome. And I rolled with the good dice, but they were bad.
You know, isn't that always how it is with these?
That's how the
Almost.
dice shake.
Like dice are random.
Yeah.
So, What? So
So
you go into the
Tet-
kitchen to
yeah,
find like, something to calm
Teto
down.
it's probably dark. He does not comprehend or care, but he knows that there is bound to be something in there. So he'll slide behind the bar, open up some boxes, just really start to get into the supplies just to see if he can find something.
You start rummaging through the kitchen. It's dark, and you're not trying to sneak around because Teto, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just the door was open. You just went in there to grab something that you think will calm you down. You hear a bit of a like clutter behind you for a second. You turn around. The shaky camera kind of follows the hands towards this like dark like corner of the room that's between like two shelves holding various spices. And there's nothing there, so you turn back around, keep looking for things. When suddenly you feel something go over your face like a bag, and you feel a sharp pain in the back of your head as you fall unconscious.
Oh no!
But you're going to sleep, so unmark your fatigue.
They complicate your life, you know, man.
That's complicated.
It's
Danny, as GM,
Yeah.
I'd like for you to rule how much fatigue do you get to unmark when you unwillingly go to sleep.
I think I'm gonna say Teto can. I think I want to say like ballpark a 2. I think that makes sense, right?
I don't know if that's within the spirit of this, but I'll take it.
Even 1, I think you'd be fine because I think you only have 1 fatigue marked. So
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to mark bag over my head now.
we'll go back
Man,
to Teto.
I hate that condition.
May, is there anything you wanted to do tonight?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
The fear set in.
Come on, what could happen? Come on.
Yeah, I did have a question. What's the last place
Yeah.
May was in the episode you guys were in? You guys did. last time.
Walking back from the courtroom for the night, we were like
Courthouse,
going
yeah.
to our inn. So
Okay, so
do
May's
whatever you
sleeping in
want
the
there.
closet. Yeah, so I'll just go back in the closet and close it. Safe in here.
Honestly, sometimes I wish.
Come on, y'all. It's June.
June, yeah. I was going to say, it's June.
No, you
It's
get out of that
scary
closet.
It's scary out here. No, I love it.
Come out here so I can celebrate you.
I love it. I said we'd get back to Haru. All right. So, Haru, I think you probably feel a little bit of anxiety, like, oh, you just came to tail this potentially dangerous man.
Yeah.
You know, but you obviously rolled really well in your push your luck, right? So everything's fine. I think you hear at some point as you're trying to fall asleep, you hear a tap at the window bars of your cell.
I will look up, walk over to the bars. Who do I see?
For a moment, you see nothing. And then from just below the bars, you see a pebble, a group of pebbles get thrown at the bars. And you hear that same tap, but some of the pebbles hit your face a little bit.
Ow! Hey!
I'm sorry. Sorry, I just want to get your attention. And you feel like you just look down just below the window. You see Woe standing on the outside of this cell beneath the window.
You're Mahe's brother. Whoa, right?
Yeah, youngest, but coolest, probably.
Aren't you supposed to be sleeping right now?
Aren't you supposed to be not in prison right now, loser?
What?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Felt uncalled for. Yeah, thanks for saying sorry.
I'm so sorry. I you're right. Maya doesn't know I'm here. He thinks I'm in bed. But
Why
I just
are
wanted
you
to. I don't. I just wanted to see how you're doing.
Kid, if this is some ploy by your brother to get me to confess to something and get proven guilty, it ain't gonna work.
I don't. That's definitely not something that any of my siblings would trust me to do. So I don't think you have to worry about that. But I think I just wanted to see you. Because I'm still. It's hard for me to understand why still. I guess I grew up hearing stories of dark spirits and ruthless pirates, and it was so much easier to picture you like that. But when you and your friends came here, you just looked so scared.
I was scared. You know, I got a friend. She keeps telling me that I'm a different person. But honestly, whoa, I'm not. I am the exact same person that I was. Different. I got a new purpose, I guess. I don't know. But that darkness is just simmering right under the surface.
I don't.
It hasn't gone away. And I don't think it ever will. So I was scared for a lot of reasons. But I'm mostly scared that I'll never get to change.
See, this doesn't help me at all because you say that, but I don't see that in you. Haru, I don't feel that when you're in the room with me. I just can't help but see someone who's scared, not someone who's evil. Maybe someone who's a little angry, but maybe a little sad. I don't know. I guess that's why it's even harder for me to understand now, because if you were the same person you were then why? Why'd you do it?
Because someone I was scared of told me I had to. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's all I've ever been. It's just scared kid. Maybe I'm terrified of making choices for myself. Honestly, that's why I gave myself up. I felt like the first time I had a chance to do something for myself.
I am sorry for Kiara. She tends to have. She tends to make rash decisions like that. I just learned that word rash. I learned it's not just what I have under my armpits all the time. It's actually a word you can use to describe the complexity of people's actions.
Those are some big words you're speaking there.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean. I if you're just a scared kid like me, then I don't think you deserve to be punished any more than you have.
I don't know what the point is then, whoa.
Of what?
Justice or whatever amounts to justice in this messed up world.
I think, much like I was, I think my brother is trying to make good out of something really bad that happened. But I think what he doesn't understand is that maybe all there is to do is to not understand it, but to learn from it. Talking to you now, I still don't know why you killed my dad. But I do forgive you, Haru.
I think there's a moment where Haru looks as though they're going to turn away and just go back to the slab. Because I don't think he's ever had somebody that he's like really hurt forgive him. Someone that he doesn't think he deserves their forgiveness.
Yeah.
But my current balance is it's finally a connection.
Yeah.
And so I think Haru very quickly tries to like wipe his tears away so Wo doesn't see him. Oh, yeah. Now it's my turn. Why? Why would you forgive me?
I think fear is what drives a lot of the hate that's been going around lately. And I guess I just want to do what I can to at least stop the hate that's in my life.
Has anyone told you that you don't speak like a kid?
I've been told I speak like a singing groundhog. I actually do a great impression. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's see it.
Hey, I'm a singing groundhog. Whoa.
It's pretty spot on. I've got a friend that's singing groundhog. He's
What?
off
That's
right now
not
doing
real.
something. No, it's true.
Nope.
I'll
You can't make
introduce
friends
you
with singing
tomorrow.
groundhogs. All
I'll
right.
introduce
I
you
don't believe
tomorrow.
you.
All right.
All right. You know, I think everything's gonna be all right, Haru. I see your friends and they really care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Well, can I? Let me tell you my fear. How about that? Maybe we'll get that out in the open.
Okay.
I don't know what I want. I know my friends think that I should be freed. And there's a part of me that agrees with them. But I also don't know how to make it up to you and your siblings. To the burden I placed on your brother.
He was gonna have to learn eventually, right? And I think the best way he can make it up to us is not by just rotting in a cell, but maybe there's someone out there you need to forgive.
I mean, I don't know who that could be. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really sleepy, but you're cool, Haru. And also, I'm attempting to shift your balance towards connection.
Wow, that's a lot. That's going to take me off balance.
Oh shoot! Oh man. Well, I won't do
Well.
it. Just kidding, loser. I'm still doing it. As he's walking away, he says, "So you can resist it, or you can just let it happen."
I think.
And then Haru passes out in his cell from being too connected.
What's nice is it's like the end of a night. So
Yeah, for sure. He flees.
He runs so hard into the bars of his cell that he just knocks himself out.
Yeah, I feel like, okay, I'm going to take some liberty with losing balance. I'm going to accept it.
Yeah.
I'm going to accept it.
yeah, I think that makes sense. Because I think it only makes sense that this would be shifting your balance to connection. Just that entire conversation, you know.
No, for sure. I had a feeling it was coming, and I was preparing myself for it. I think I'm going to choose the option that Haru gives in or submits to the opposition.
Yeah.
In this case, the opposition being woe. And his words just bounce around in Haru's head.
I love it. Now that means your center is at plus
One connection,
right?
which something
That's cool.
happens there. When you shift your center to +1, +2, and +3 connection for the first time, choose a companion to whom you have connected. They give you one move from their playbook, ignoring advanced.
Fun!
Are you serious?
So
Yes, I just get a
fun.
move. And wow. I feel like I've connected with all of you.
Yeah.
I think with what is happening right now, part of me wants to say Teto. Like that conversation with Woe also feels very Teto coded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have said
Like it's the
similar.
types of things that Teto would say as well too. So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Teto for this one, and I'll circle back to Ling and May for the next 2 times that I do this.
I love it. What's really cool is all of Teto's. Oh wait, never mind. It's a move. Oh,
It's
fun.
a move. Yeah. And I think it's they give you a move. Yeah. So
Yeah. So
Teto, you kind of get a
Teto-
pick.
Him.
Wait, I get to pick for you?
Mhm.
I think so. Let me see if I can pull up the PDF, but that's what I'm seeing. in
I mean, that's the
rules
way
is
I'm reading it. They give you
they-
one move from their playbook.
Yeah.
So for the way I'm reading it, Sam, you get to choose a rogue move to give Haru. If you want, you can think on that for a little bit. Unless you're like already have one in mind.
I'm looking at these right now. I think the one that's popping out to me is, well, there's 2. You're not my master.
Yep.
But the one I'm looking at is that the best you've got? When you goad or provoke an NPC into foolhardy action, say what you want them to do and roll with passion. On a 10+, they do it. On a 7 to 9, they choose one instead. They do it, but more intensely than expected. You're taken off guard. They do it, but more carefully than expected. They gain an advantage against you. They don't do it, but only catch themselves at the last minute. They stumble and give you an opportunity.
So obviously, I looked at all of your playbooks and dreamed about what moves I'll take from your playbooks, and this is the one I was hoping.
That's such a
get
fun one.
From
You
Teto.
you get it. It's yours.
I love it. That is so fun. All right.
Can't wait to ask you what move you want from my playbook, just so I can knock the other two.
Oh no!
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh,
Shit.
no. That is so fun. Wow. Playbook things. The Razor. Teto, we'll get back to you. Like I
Wait,
said, you
I'm
can
changing. I'm gonna give you this bag over my head.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
mark the
man.
Move
Open
bag over
your-
head.
You open your eyes, Teto, you're in the fog of lost souls.
Philip, how did I get here?
No, you're good. No. So yeah, Teto, you can clear 1 fatigue. Everyone who slept in the Southern Gem, the inn, can clear 5. Haru, since you slept so good after that conversation with Woe, you can clear 3 fatigue.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
You just feel supernaturally just comforted and at peace after the
Yeah.
conversation, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you really feel like asking someone, anyone, is that the best you've got? And you don't know why. You all wake up in the morning, or you all being the Earth Sages, May and Ling. Teto is not in the room.
Where's Teto?
I slide the closet door open. Huh?
Teto ever came in last night?
I guess not. I've been in here. Locked up in this closet. But
Right.
to be fair, I didn't hear anything.
At this point, the
Alright.
Earth Sages start yawning. Now all 3 of them, like Fung, Mohan, and Rihu, are all on the bed, just like alternating.
Remember, they're sweaty sleepers.
They are very sweaty sleepers, but Fung isn't, and he's in between them, so he just had the worst time. But his back was so bad after sleeping on the ground. So
Sage sages. Sagi? Sage? Is there plural? Sages? Is it just sages?
It's just sages.
Oh. Do you know anything about where Teto is?
I remember he was following us in last night, and I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I never remember him actually coming into the room last night. I mean, who knows where he would have gone? He might have.
Well, he
fallen asleep
definitely
in the
didn't come in
alleyway.
with the four of you,
Hmm?
because I came in afterwards after meeting with Haru, and
Yeah.
he was not in here.
Did you not see him at all on your way?
Well, no, I just assumed he was here, and then when he wasn't, I
Hmm.
assumed he was. I actually just didn't think about it. I was very distracted, but now I realize I should have said something.
I imagine he's probably fine. He probably found some sort of thing to get into. Maybe got distracted by a food cart or something. He did
Right.
take a nightly stroll 2 nights ago. So
Sure, but like Teto getting into things hasn't really like
It's not a
gone
good
over
idea.
well. Yeah, in the past. So, all right. Well, thank
So I
you
guess we're
for
looking for Teto.
the help there. Well, yes. Right. Let's go downstairs. I need to talk to what is it? Check. I need to talk to Check.
You open the door and Poe was like surprised. It looks like Poe was just straight up listening through the door. Oh, good morning.
Poe, great to see you. We've lost Teto, and I'm a little bit worried about him. Could you like look through the town for him, or like maybe if you could get Check for us, and we could talk to him about it. Maybe organize a search.
Yeah, I imagine y'all want to. Well, you obviously want to. You're representing him. But I'm guessing the rest of you want to attend Haru's trial.
Right. What? Why would that matter? Why are you here? Actually,
I'm just making sure. Huh?
Like, why are you outside of our room?
Yeah, you know, you're not on house arrest anymore. I guess I just wanted to see
You
how
forgot,
y'all were
didn't you?
doing.
No, you forgot.
No, I don't know what you're
You
talking
sat
about.
outside this room all night because you forgot
Yeah,
that you didn't have to.
I'm a lawman at Tuesday, and I can do whatever I want.
That is very true. Can you please go get checked though, so that we can find our missing friend?
Yeah, I don't see why not. All right.
Thank you.
And then he goes down. They go find Check. Do you guys just head downstairs?
Yeah, I guess.
I love it.
All right.
You guys head downstairs. I imagine you get breakfast and tea, what have you. At some point, Poe comes in with Check. I found him. He's right here. Here they are. Yes. Thank you, Poe. Teto is missing.
Yes. We don't think he came in last night. When everybody went to the inn, he wasn't with them. And when I came later, he still wasn't here. So
I can have my lawmen just case the streets, see if they can find him. Hopefully he fell asleep outside or something. Is that something he does?
He has done that, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can have people start looking for him. I can also look for him myself. Sorry to hear your friend's missing. Hopefully, like I said, he's just.
Oh, also, yeah. I would appreciate you looking for him. If you could just write. So you were willing to represent Haru as a lawman.
I was, but Haru.
I realize that.
Yes.
He's very against it. I would like as many bargaining chips as I can have. So as the lawman of this town, could you like write a note and sign it saying like you believe in the, I don't know, the quality of his character, that he is not responsible for those acts? That would be very helpful.
Yes, I can do that for you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Don't you worry. I'll let you know if me or any of my men find anything.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. Check makes his way out of the southern gym. He heads straight back to the prison. We'll cut to Haru. Haru, is there anything you do in the morning? Otherwise, we'll just cut to you seeing Check coming back to the jail.
I am jailed. There's not a lot I can
You
do.
are jailed. There's nothing much you can do. You're so right. You see through the window Check coming back into the jail. He opens a door. He approaches your cell, and you see him reach into his pocket, and he's holding King by the scruff. He goes,
No.
King's alive, by the way. He's like, I think this is your friend.
Drop him. Let him go.
All right. He drops King, and King like quickly scurries down one of the bars of the cell and snarls at Check as he climbs up your pant leg, Haru, and into your shirt. I hope you didn't send him to spy on me or anything. I don't know the capabilities of a singing groundhog, but Haru, as I've said, I'm trying to help you.
Well, excuse me if I don't trust a disgraced ex-agent of RAC.
What does that make you?
I was trying to intimate that I know that he's not working for RAC anymore.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The quip came to my head, and I just had to have him say it. I know you were, but what am I? I think it sounds like it's giving intimidate.
It's giving intimidate. It's giving intimidation.
Yeah, it's giving intimidate. Or it's giving, is that the best you've got?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm not.
okay,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not trying to go to provoke him into a foolhardy action quite yet. I think at this point I'm kind of just like trying to see like
You're trying to
how he responds to that.
You're trying to get a peek behind the curtain, right? You're trying to get him
Correct.
to
Yes, I'm trying to shake him, get into his head a
real.
little bit.
Yeah, I like it. Give me that passion roll.
That's an 8.
Did you add the -2 from afraid?
That is a 6.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
That's fair. I love playing by the rules.
Yes. I think he chuckles at that and he goes, "Okay, yeah, I guess I should be keeping my documents somewhere a little more secure." What does that change for you?
What is your play here? Check.
Does there always have to be some greater ploy at hand? Does there always have to be a deceptive plan that has to be played out?
You don't go from deceiving hundreds of thousands of people in your role to what? You want me to expect? You want me to believe that you're just here to settle down? Be a sheriff of a small Earth Kingdom city?
And you don't
Get
just
real,
go
check.
You don't just go to being a mass murderer under the Fire Lord to someone who's escorting some Earth sages with a bunch of other kids. Haru, what's your play?
You want to know what I'm out here doing? I'm making friends. Check.
You're out here making friends. Do you want to know what Haru's doing? The real Haru? you want to know what you left him to do?
I don't want to hear that. No.
No, you don't want to hear that?
No.
I mean, I hope there's no way you could forget what the Fire Lord, what Reich had done to you.
I don't ever forget,
So
chick.
you can only imagine.
Think about it every day.
Good. Your friend Ling wants me to write a little note of recommendation for you. I'm going to be honest, Haru, I don't want to see you rotting in this cell. I want to see if what you've told me is true. I want to see what you become. Sorry, real quick before we get too far. My GM move, I want you to mark a condition. I imagine guilty might make sense.
That was the one I eyed first.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, I accept.
Okay. Check looks at you, looks you up and down. If you think that letting Mai have his way, you rotting in this cell, is any semblance of justice, then everything Reck and the Fire Lord did to you didn't work. And you just became a weak child after all that.
Chick, I don't think you'll understand when I say this. But I'm just starting to realize I think I'm stronger than I've ever been. And it's because of the people that I've made friends with. And someone like you, someone always looking for the angle, could never understand that. I don't know what you're up to here,
right.
but I will find out. And I will stop you.
Check leaves from standing right next to your cell as he starts gathering his belongings, paper to write a note on to take it back to his house as he chuckles and he goes, see, that's something you still don't understand, Haru. We don't have friends. We hurt people. And with that, he'll leave. I think if everyone's fine with it, we'll cut to a scene of Haru being escorted from his prison cell.
Did King tell me anything?
Yes, sorry.
Was a hit.
I think as like the lawmen are getting ready, like packing their things, getting ready to bring you to the townhouse. It's a nice little house. King reveals that he had been, it's canon now, singing groundhogs have cheek pouches. King revealed that he had something crumpled up in his mouth.
I love it. Where else do they store all the notes that they're singing?
You're so right. All the notes that they steal.
Yeah.
And it's a piece of parchment. And as like you sneakily unravel it to read while the lawmen are distracted, getting ready to take you to the trial, you find that It is a log of the Tuzin steel shipments between here and the Fire Nation capital. And you find out. You try to remember the last note you saw of when Reich had fired Check.
It was about a year ago.
About a year ago.
Yeah.
You notice no change in the shipments whatsoever.
Interesting.
The Fire Nation has been getting the same amount of Tuzin steel that they've been getting this entire time.
Amazing. I have both these documents. I would like to pocket them
I love it.
and put them on my
In your cheek pouches.
and my cheek pouches.
I
I
love it.
as soon as the guards turn around, I just shove them in my mouth.
I love it.
Mm.
As we see the scene of Haru being escorted from his prison cell to the town hall, we see May, Ling, the Earth Sages getting escorted to the town hall. We see like a silent montage of the guards and Check going to May, Ling, and the Sages. And as an audience, we know that they're just saying, no, we haven't found Teto anywhere, but it's about time for the trial, so hopefully he'll show, right? And then we cut to someone's point of view from behind this burlap sack. As Chacho, you feel yourself sitting on the ground, and you feel like as you're waking up, you feel that you're like propped up against this tree. Just need to find a name.
I drank too much tea yesterday. Not enough chamomile.
Let me just make sure. There we go. As the bag on your head is ripped off. Your eyes start to adjust. This is insane. I need this name. It's here somewhere.
Teto is engrossed in the wonder of a beautiful sunrise. He feels very serene,
Yes, keep going.
connected with nature.
Here
As
we
a
go, here we go,
nomad,
here we go.
it's very common for him to use a tree as a pillow. He's very comfortable. He's cleared all
often-
fatigue.
He often sleeps with a burlap sack over his head.
It's practically his robes.
There we go. Your eyes adjust, and you see sitting cross-legged just in front of you is this teenage guy in what looks to be the noble attire of someone from the House of the Flying Boar, someone from
Oh,
Gao Ling.
yeah.
And your vision, as it starts to unblur, you see June sitting there, the son of Jiang Beifang, the sinister sister of the late
Two.
Two. Yes, Two. This is crazy going back to all this. And you see his hands moving in this circular pattern. And you see these things floating around his hands, glinting in the sunlight as he's twirling just these small shards of glass above his hands. And he goes, someone was a sleepyhead.
I mean,
Sorry. And if it wasn't clear, you're like tied around this tree.
I I had a lot of tea last night, and I guess I overdid it. So, you know, it, a tea crash will just make Teto knock out, I guess. Hi, June.
Hey, Teto. Very glad you told me your name there. What are you doing in 2 Zen?
I'm gonna have to remember back many episodes. I think we ended up here and we were just trying to help and got mixed up in some sticky business.
Yeah, I think I saw your friend, your earthbending friend, was in jail. That can't be good for what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah, jails really cut down on one's ability to wander around. It's gonna keep you in one place. It's the antithesis of being a nomad. Hey,
No, I understand that.
my
Yep.
hand seems stuck. Can you help me out? You got to can cut me loose here?
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to hurt me or anything. You're not going to hurt me, are you, Teto?
Monks, air nomads are usually pacifists, so you take that as you will.
I'm not just going to take your word for that. I saw what some of your friends could do back in the ballroom, and that was insane.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I try not to think about it a lot, but it kind of haunts me. I mean, it's kind of rough for your family right now.
Yeah, that's actually that's why I'm here. Shufen sent me.
Oh, hey, I remember her. She's super nice.
Yeah, and my aunt just wanted to make sure that you guys are all fine. But like I said, after seeing what took place in that ballroom, I just needed to make sure my guard was up. But I can untie you now if you're not gonna
Not gonna what?
do anything rash.
Like something under the armpit or
Okay. Here he stands up, and you see he groups the glass hovering above his hand into like a clump as you see it begin to turn like orange as it like forms together in like this rough blade as he walks to the other side of the tree and he slices at the rope that you're tied around the tree with.
and Teto will take note of that.
In the corner of the screen, Teto will remember this. So I don't want to overcomplicate things by waltzing over into 2 Zen. It seems like you and your friends are already in the thick of it as it is. Where are you guys going?
Here and there. Kind of following the winds, air nomad style. Oh, I'm feeling a little cramped. Do you mind if I just get up and stretch?
No, but where are you
Okay.
taking the earth switches?
Great.
Is what I'm asking.
And
Yeah.
Teto's gonna stretch. In that moment, Teto's gonna look around. Can I assess the situation?
Yes, you may. Give me that roll with creativity.
All right, should I use the good dice or the bad dice?
Bad dice.
Use the bad dice.
Oh my
Bad
God.
dice, bad
Bad
dice.
dice. Bad dice.
All right, I'm feeling peer pressure. I got a 4.
Bad dice. Bad dice. Bad dice. Bad dice.
Oh
Plus-
my gosh.
Just my creativity. It's not even a. Oh, this is terrible. I
A
shouldn't have
6.
listened to you all.
As you gone, you start to look around. I think a lot of suspicion falls over June. He goes, hey, and you feel the ground beneath your feet soften as your feet sink into the ground, and he hardens it again.
That's my move.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, what?
Those are my feet.
Don't just run away or anything. I'm here to help you, Teto.
I'm not trying. I can't
Well,
run
maybe not
away
even-
now. I got mud between my toes.
So you were trying to run away.
What? No, I was just trying to stretch.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta chill out, man.
Where my aunt wants to know.
Is she stressing you out? She seems a little uptight. Is that where you get it from?
Shufen?
Oh wait, no. Shufen is she's super chill. You should be more like her. I don't want to
are
talk
you
about
talking
your
about my
mom or
mom?
anything.
Oh
Yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about your mom?
no, definitely not.
Okay. All right. Okay. Teto takes note of that.
I understand you want to bring the Earth Sages to safety. Where is that?
Well, right now we're trying to garner allies. That's why we're in Ling, hoping to get the Beifongs. You're a family of influence. And Teto is really trying to figure out how to not tell June. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. Honestly, his nature is very open. I'll just tell you, Danny. Like if you prompt him a little bit more, he might just let it slip.
Yeah, I think June will say, okay, so here's the deal, right? You could just tell me right now, or I could just take you back to Ling and you can tell Shufen yourself.
Oh, that's really nice. I don't want to leave my friends though.
I'm not just gonna escort you and all your friends back to Ling. You're an nomad in the first place. You can probably travel the fastest out of all of them.
I mean, like
Alone.
that would defeat the purpose. Like, to the opposite direction of the Eastern Air Temple. Oh,
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right.
I mean, it's in the right direction of the Western Air
Yeah,
Temple.
right. Who knows where? Yeah, you're so right. I mean, if you're already so far on that side of the world, you might as well just keep going that way, and you'll just end up on the other side, right? Like an Axis and Allies map. I don't know.
Is that the way that the world works? I thought it was just flat.
I think so. I
I
thought
don't want to go off the edge of the world.
I thought maybe maybe you just teleport to the other side. I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, like I've been through some spiritual stuff, but
yeah.
I think I'll skip
right.
teleportation. Stick to Sky
All right.
Bison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're so right. All right, here's the deal, Teto. Here he softens the ground beneath your feet, pushes you up to ground level.
Yeah, but my socks are all muddy now.
I'm sorry, I can't really help with that. You go back to your friends.
They think that do you have like a water canteen or something? He's gonna look around for like a pack or something. Does June have a pack?
Yeah.
Right. Teto will take his water canteen and start to wash out his socks with his water.
That's fine. All right. So here's the deal.
Literally the least you could do.
You're so right. You go back to your friends.
Okay. All right. Good. That's a great idea. See you, June. Do you want me to say hello for you or what? I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
It's fine. Bye. And then the camera lingers as it pans away, as June's just standing there, just dumbfounded. And Teto just walks away with his canteen in hand. That's
fantastic.
Is that a bad habit?
What? No, I don't think that was a bad habit.
We have no idea.
Wait, so this guy knocked me out and is now just gonna let me leave?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Confused him that much.
I'm also confused, to be fair. I don't know if he's a threat or if he was lying.
So Teto, you can go ahead and go on back to the town hall.
Something's not right here, y'all. Something is not right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
As I think this will be perfect. We open on Teto opening the door to the town hall.
Wait,
Um,
I don't know if I'm gonna do that, Danny.
You don't know if you're gonna do that? Okay.
Like,
What do you think you're gonna do?
Don't you put words into his mouth?
Sorry, you're so right. You're so right. Sorry.
Unbelievable.
I think I need to sniff this one out. Like,
Yeah.
I'll depart, but I think I want to double back and see if
See what June does.
yeah.
All right.
I
I
don't
think
love
we'll have to get back to that then because I do want to do the trial. So as we fade, I think we see Teto like starting to go back to Tuzin. But then we see the second thought, and then we'll also have to see what Teto finds out. What's the deal with June Beifong? But we cut and we open on the town hall. It has been filled. Mahe has said his little thing in the beginning. You know what Haru's on trial for. The murder of Malo Pang, Mahe's father. And Ling, he opens the floor to you to address the people of Tuzin.
Before you start, can I just lean over to May?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, May.
Yeah.
First off, you doing okay?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Listen, you're a firebender, right? Can you pick up on the like ambient body heat of other firebenders?
I've never tried, but I guess I'm trying today.
All right. You'll know when it's time.
Haru,
Yeah.
thanks for checking in.
I'm realizing that you three are all I have. I'm really appreciative of whatever this group is.
Me too.
All right.
I hope that paper wrestling came through.
It came through. I was gonna say you
Yeah,
hear
yeah, yeah.
Ling, you hear Ling going through
Ling's
her notes.
wrestling through his notes. Did I get the note from Check?
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Oh no. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Check,
I
yeah.
yes,
yeah.
yes. Check gave you the notes saying Haru is a good
good
lad.
He's good. He's a
Well,
good
I
boy.
mean, like it's just that the
Oh,
the
yes.
lead law enforcement
Yeah.
officer vouches for him. But
Yeah, I think it says something like I check, Sheriff Check, advocate for the good behavior of one Haru, who's it, what's it, blah blah blah. You know, yeah. So it says
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Did you just
Cool.
last name character?
he did just last name. What does the handwriting? So like after Check gives it, and in this moment, like while she's sitting next to Haru and May, does his handwriting match the letters and correspondence to the Fire Lake Nation, the Fire Lord, and the Reich?
What do you mean? So the letters to
So we had correspondence that like marked Check as an agent to
yes,
the Fire Lord.
Or as no longer an agent.
As no longer an agent, but
Yeah.
there was like correspondence. He had like responded to some orders
Sure.
and whatnot. So
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he wrote both of them, so yeah.
yeah, so it matches for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Great. Oh, balls. All right, let's do this. All right. Hello, everyone. It's me, Ling, from yesterday. Right. So, I decided it would be good to go over some context. We talked about this yesterday. So Haru has given me permission to share their story. I do have to warn everyone present. It is not for the faint of heart. So if you would like to remove your children, you should do so now. Or if you have a weak stomach, you should probably also leave.
I think you see some of the Susan Town folk be like, all right, and they take the children and leave. I think you see a group of miners, men, mine workers of the mines, sitting when they're eating like their Earthian equivalent of popcorn, and like, oh, get on with it.
All right. And like to spare most of the details, like Ling just goes into like from birth to like his abduction, like training, and like the like harsh torture that was essentially his like regiment every single day. She'll go into like other candidates who were like basically like dropped out and killed, and then like going through experimentation on like trying to make him stronger. And so that's how we now know that putting rocks into an earthbender doesn't actually make them any stronger, and then just like keeps on moving.
Yeah.
And like harder and harder, and like more horrible things being forced to like kill the other candidates in their own class.
Yeah.
And like just thing after like horror story after horror story, layering on as thick as she possibly can every horrible thing that has happened to Haru.
So here's what I'm gonna have you do. So, a couple things. It's gonna be a plead roll, I think, right?
Yeah, sure.
You would have to at least use making them listen to make them care what you think for Mahe. If Woe hadn't gone to Mahe and told him of his encounter with Haru last night. So because of all of that, Mahe is in a place now where he finds himself wanting to hear Haru's story. So it's just going to be a plead roll.
Okay. And I don't think that I want to finish that montage regardless of how the roll goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's see how the roll goes first. So plead, I do think I have a -2 because I have insecure. And
Oh, yeah.
you roll with harmony. So I get a +0 to that.
Roll with the good dice.
You got it. Bad dice.
I will spend the fatigue
Yes.
to roll with. No, I can't. Never mind.
Okay.
That's an 11 -2 is 9.
9.
So depending on how this montage goes, I think
Someone could help to bring it to a 10.
I think I've got a way I could help, but I kind of want to see how the montage goes.
Let's see how the montage goes.
We gotta build the drama. It's a courtroom scene.
I love it.
So yeah, Ling sort of like does it as a timeline, but maybe shifts some of the things that Haru told her around so that it is a generally like escalating scale, and then escalates to like, Haru, was this like your first mission or just a mission, like in a series of missions?
This is just a mission in a series of missions.
Okay.
I had hurt many people before.
Right. And maybe out of character, had you explained that there was like what was the context? Like Ling would have been like, how many jobs do you have? How many? Like who were they? Was it like obviously? Who were they? Like were they family? Was it them around their families? Was it just political targets who were like at meetings? Like what that kind of stuff.
It was always political targets. Something that the Fire Lord thought would give him more power. In this case, the Steel of Tuesday.
And had you taken the lives of family members before?
Of people that had families?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And when we came to this town, you immediately recognized this town and Mai, if I'm not mistaken.
You don't forget the things that you've done like that.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at. What I'm certain that you could remember every face of every family member of every person you've killed. Could you?
It wakes me up every night. I remember them all.
Now, the court will have to forgive me, but my friend is quite the apt sandbender. Do you think you could form some of those faces for us in the sand?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
And she just lets you go.
And I will. I will.
I love it. I don't think I need to roll for that. I think these faces have been burned into your memory for so long, Haru, that it's probably like second nature to form these faces in the sand.
I will say, I'm looking now at my I feel like there's I'm looking at my mistakes, just to add a little bit of flavor into the faces. Oh, you know what? So I think there's the face of Mahi's father. There's a couple kids in there too. And then the last one, he's kind of shuffling through a bunch of them, and there's one that looks just like Haru. And he pauses and then kind of musses it up. Yeah, you saw Maya's father in there. Yeah.
And this is a burden you carry. A burden that was forced upon you.
I did not choose this of my own volition. Yes.
No, you did not. And Ling will turn to Mahe. Mahe, there is nothing Haru can do, or any of us can do, that will return your father to you and to your siblings. And we know that. Haru knows that more than anyone. And even though he knows in his heart that he did not choose to take your father's life, that the Fire Lord commanded it and he had no choice if he was to live but to take your father's life, he still holds that guilt deep within himself. He knows he can't fix it, but he wants to, and that is why he chose to sit here. That is why we went through this entire process, because Haru made us. You think I couldn't have just sliced those bars? You think he couldn't have just blown out the back wall of that cell? We could have left easily. He refused to let us help him. He wants to do what he can for you. But I do not think that it would be good for either of you to have that be his imprisonment here for a crime that he would never have committed given his own free will. given a crime that is truly perpetrated by one who is not present. There is someone out there who is responsible for your father's death. Haru has a hand in it. That is undeniable. However, he is not the one who gave the order. He is not the one who decided that your father would die. And I don't know if we can bring that man to justice. He is not within our reach. Haru is within your reach now. And I understand the enticement, the how that must pull at you, that your chance might slip away to do something. But I'm telling you, it would be the wrong thing to do, and it would not bring you any peace, and it certainly wouldn't bring your father any justice.
And I don't know if... Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were done.
Nope. There it is.
Sorry. Mahe, someone very wise just told me that we have to stop letting fear dictate our actions. That we got to stop it right here. Otherwise, it'll take us over. And it'll look in Woe's direction.
And you can mark a fatigue Haru to that will bring it Ling's bleed roll over to an 11. Tears. A couple tears stream down Mahe's face as he just sits there looking at Ling after what she has said. Before Mahe's even able to say something, an old man who works in the mines of Tuzan stands up and goes, Mahe, look at him. He's just a boy like you. You lost your father, we understand that. But look at them. Mahe looks at the old man who had just spoken and looks at you guys. More of the townspeople begin speaking up like,
I think Ling will actually raise her arms no. I truly appreciate all of you. Thank you. But please, just let him take his time.
And after a while, more of Mahe, now just looking at Haru, just staring at Haru. So you did kill my father.
Yes.
And you killed all those other people that Ling spoke of.
All of the faces I heard. I didn't kill them all.
Doesn't that
Will
mean
you kill again?
Sorry, pause this right here.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean that Mahe and his siblings' faces flash through in the list, or do you mean literally the people he physically harmed? Okay, good.
Yeah. Targets of his other missions that were not always murder.
Okay, yeah. Will you kill again, Haru?
No. No, I'm done with that.
I need you to promise me that this stops right here.
I've spent a lot of time thinking over the last couple days. I've thought a lot about the people that have hurt me. And I've thought a lot about the people that I've hurt. And I've spent the last few months with my 3 friends trying to run from that. Trying to forget it. But I think I realized that in order to be a different person, I can't run away from it. It's a part of me. And I have to learn from it.
Mahe like chokes back some tears, shakes himself off a little bit as he stands up. In that case, I imagine my fellow Tuzan citizens have also decided this in unison. I, Mahe Peng, hereby announce one Haru as innocent of their actions, as they did so not under their own full volition, but under the forceful measures of their captors. And the people of Tuzan begin clapping. The miners, the mine workers begin chucking their like popcorn everywhere.
Did you have something? Sorry.
No, go for it.
In the chaos, can I lean in close to Mai so only he can hear?
Sure.
Thank you. There's one last thing I'd like to do for your town. One last person I need to question. I'd like to bring Check up to the stage, if that's all right.
What?
I know it's unorthodox. You've put a lot of trust into me. Just trust me a little bit more.
This better not be undue, Haru.
I promise.
All right, folks. Mahe begins banging on his thing to get the.
Whoa, there's children present, Mahe.
No, actually, Ling did have them removed. So,
oh yeah, right. The children are gone.
so
Good.
public indents is not.
I apologize for the interruption, folks, but our new visitors here would like to call Sheriff Check to the stand. And Check, this entire time, especially when Ling was speaking of Haru's past, he had began like shaking almost visibly, like sweating. And in response to this, it almost takes Check a little while to register what had just been said. He goes, what? He looks at Haru and Ling. What's the meaning of this? Mahe, what? All right. All right. Check stands up.
Well, Check. Just wanted to go over a couple of things for you, or with you. Do you remember the faces? As Haru
The faces
of the faces of Firelord.
Haru.
Do they stick with you? The way you were sweating
Mahe.
that whole time I was telling Haru's story, really, I mean, it gives it away.
Mahe, this is ridiculous. What do you? And Mahe goes, if it's ridiculous, then just say it is. Then tell them they're lying, Check. No, I don't remember the faces that I killed under the Fire Lord because I didn't kill anyone under the Fire Lord. I am a sheriff of Tuzan.
Well, here's the thing, and she turns to the crowd. Haru, whom I would surmise just earned the trust of the people of this town, they know you. Check. As another agent of the Reich. So, I ask you again, do you remember their faces?
Mahe speaks up. Haru, can you confirm this? Have you known Czech before meeting him here?
As soon as I laid eyes on Chick, I recognized a fellow agent under the Fire Lord.
There's just an audible amongst the crowd in the courtroom. This is Czech speaking now. This is ridiculous. What the word of, like you said, Mahe, 2 visitors who have only just arrived here, accusing me of something so absurd. This isn't.
But check.
What is this?
You wrote a letter saying how much you thought that Haru was a trustworthy individual, and she hands it to Mahe.
Mahe?
I mean,
Yes,
you are
I
vouching
vouched for your friend,
right, but why?
as you
Why
asked me to.
Why were you so helpful for us? To us?
As I've said, as the rest of the townsfolk, as Mahe have just seen, I saw goodness in Haru.
Yes, a very good read of people. I'm sure it was a very helpful skill for you while you were carrying out the missions for the Fire Lord. But what are you still doing here, Check? I mean, you were assigned here however long ago. Here, let me see here. And she pulls out the orders that we have. You were assigned here however many months ago, but you were terminated. And she hands.
Mahe speaks up. What is that you have there?
Oh, these are your orders from the Fire Lord, and your correspondence back, so your handwriting will match to the letter you just wrote about Haru this morning.
And you pass those to Mahe?
Yeah, they're both in Mahe's hands now.
Mahe's looking at them, and Ling and Haru, if you're watching Czech as well, you see, like, if there's ever like a visual representation of someone's heart dropping, you see that in Czech. Mahe, I mean, come on, people can forge documents, people can fake handwriting. Mahe will then, after looking at these, look up at you, the both of you, really, Ling and Haru. So, what are you saying? If Czech isn't who he says he is, why is he here?
Honestly, that's what I'd like to know.
I think I got an answer for that. Mahe, how long have you been giving these shipments of steel to the Fire Nation?
Well, my father was doing it for some time before me, but basically ever since I had become the mayor, so around a year, I want to say. Is that when we decided you had killed my dad? I forgot when that was.
Yes. Yes.
Around
Very awkwardly.
years
I was
ago?
like, yeah,
Okay, yes,
that's
yes.
how I killed your father.
All right. Yes.
So you're saying that for the last year, you've still been sending these shipments to the Fire Lord, is that right?
Yes, as per our trade deal.
And I think I have those orders here. Do you mind taking a look at these and verifying that these are the shipments to the Fire Nation?
He looks at those. He puts on these tiny, teeny, tiny little glasses. Oh, yes, these are those very shipments.
Don't take those glasses off quite yet. Do you mind reading the last entry of the correspondence between one Fire Lord and the agent chick?
Okay. And just to be clear, Justin, is this which one exactly are you getting? Is this the one where
this is the last message saying that he's no longer an agent of the Fire Lord?
Yes. Okay, cool. Mahe reads that out loud. And he looks visibly confused. So I'm sorry, forgive me. I am this is all very crazy, to be frank. Check. What's the meaning of this?
Yeah, Chick, why don't you tell them? Why don't you tell them how, through all of your training, while I was learning to kill, you were learning to lie and steal and hurt people in ways more psychological than they can even imagine. And I'll look at May to see if she can pick up his temperature rising.
May just kind of gives a little.
I think May. I think you can. Let's just say this: we've established you have May has a very keen sense of like feeling the temperature around her. I think you feel his temperature rising, not as a firebender though, but you can sense he's getting nervous and very agitated.
Yeah, like his body temp is just. He's not a firebender, but like you can tell, like he's getting like really agitated, starting to sweat.
Yeah. And you see some of the Tuzan Lamen who are around here begin making their way like across the room to approach Check, because now even the Lamen are like, all right, maybe this guy is a little off.
Why don't you tell him about the tribe and the Southern Water Tribe that you laid low in for 3 months and convinced them all that they were enemies of each other and had them slaughter each other? Why don't you tell them about the Earth Kingdom nation where you posed as a Earth Sage and swindled the entire town of all of their savings, leaving them destitute? No one's ever heard from any of those people again. Why don't you tell them about them, Mahe? I would like to use this as the best you've got.
Okay, I like
goad
it.
Or
I love
provoke
it.
an NPC.
He's doing
Yes.
it. He's doing the thing.
Yes, do it. Do the thing. Do the thing.
He
Do the
just got that thing.
I
He's
just
immediately
got
doing
it. Yeah, I mean, I want him to slip up. I want him to like reveal himself as not only an ex-agent of the Fire Lord, but someone who is stealing from this town for themselves.
Okay, roll with passion.
I'm so excited for this.
Me too. That's a 10.
Nice. So a 10 plus they do it, and you wanted them to slip up. You want to say what you want them to do. Okay. He goes, enough. Yes, I did it. Yes, as I've told you, as you've seen, as you have. Reich trained me. He made me do those things. He made me the person that I am now. And yes, I've been in this town. And I've been sending their precious metal to the Fire Lord. Even after he told me to stop. So what? Mahe, he looks at Mahe. Or are you going to arrest me? Are you going to have me killed? You told me yourself you were never going to have Haru killed. You're too weak for that. You don't have the gall for that, Mahe, not like your father did.
Hey, excuse me. Sorry. Why did you do that? Sorry. Why would you do that? You just kept sending steel to a Fire Lord who had abandoned you?
As much as I'd love to explain myself now, I've grown far too impatient for any of this. And
I think he
Check
just
raises his hands up as at this point the Tuzan Lamen begin running towards him now. As you see between his fingers are several of these like small balls as he slams them on the ground, and the majority of the room is starting from where he was just engulfed in this thick
Teto.
black smoke.
Damn.
Panic ensues as it's almost like the lights were just instantly turned off in this room, as there's just this black smoke that's just fully engulfed this room. This seems to almost be everywhere. People are running into each other. The townsfolk that were filling this room are screaming as they're just trampling over each other, trying to get out at this point, as many of them are coughing from the smoke. What do you guys do?
Ling shouts as loud as she can. Get on your hands and knees! She's serious. She's like,
Stop,
get
drop, and
down.
roll.
I mean, like, get below the smoke, basically. And
Yeah.
also, so people stop friggin' trampling over each other. I don't know.
I think after hearing that familiar voice that just was
been talking
speaking
at
for the
them.
majority of the time in this courtroom, the majority of them listen. Does anyone else do anything else? Or Bling, did you have a follow-up thing you wanted to do?
that is just the first thing Ling does.
No, I like the drama of him escaping.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of
Good. It's
it
so
happened
I
so
don't even know how
fast.
we
I'm
would
like,
stop.
yeah, because did all the lights go off? Like it's like pitch black.
Well, it's
There's
smoke in here. Yeah,
It's just
it's
smoke.
Yeah, so the smoke is like pitch
It's
black.
just-
It's almost like,
Okay.
you know, like the fireworks smoke bombs, how they're like blue or yellow or red. It's like that, but like it's like dyed like
Just
black.
dark.
So it's
Yeah.
Only
it's
you had
artificially
And
like
also,
very
he
dark.
threw fire.
So it's artificial. He's not an actual firebender,
Well, I don't know,
He
maybe
didn't-
it is.
right? Is that what you're
Well,
claiming?
it looks like he just threw these balls on the ground. that
Maybe
were in
he's
his
just an
hands.
escape artist, a ninja.
He's just a magician.
Maybe
Yeah.
he just has tons and tons of scarves up his sleeve. Just a very long scarf.
If you don't have anything,
I get
I don't think so.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
we
dropped
try
down
to
to the
rush out.
ground.
Yeah, but I mean, as fast as we can, like, you know, crawling on the
Yeah.
ground.
And getting through.
I think
everybody.
I think we see a scene of the three of you along with the Earth Sages, the rest of the townsfolk, Mahe and all his four siblings. Mahe's like with all his siblings now. Everyone who was in the room is just caked in like black, like coal-esque, like dust. Poe, did you see where he went? Mahe says to Poe. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was out getting tea. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Who went?
Wait,
Where Check went.
if you were outside, yeah, how did you not see him? Did he run in a certain direction?
I'm sorry. I must have been closing my eyes when I was walking with his tea because it was just such a pleasant walk. I'm so sorry.
I'm so inclined to believe you. I'm not even going to question it.
And I think we just sort of pan out as the rest of the townsfolk leave the courtroom. Mahe is like ordering his guards around to just what's
Sweep
the word?
the
Just sweep the town.
There you go.
I'm sure May, Haru, and Ling are willing to help in whatever way they can.
Yep.
But we pan out as we fade away, and we fade back onto Teto, as Teto had decided to stick around to see what June does. You see June stands there for quite a while, still like visibly just dumbfounded at that interaction. He shakes himself off and goes, "That's definitely just kidnapped the weirdest one of the group. All right." As he scratches his head, turns around, goes to his bag where he grabbed the canteen from, grabs some parchment, and you see him start writing something on there. As he finishes writing, he rolls up the parchment, wraps it in some twine, and he whistles. As you see a bird fly from above and land on his arm. He gives the parchment to the messenger bird. There's like his little like necklace on it or something, you know. As he lets the bird go. As the bird begins flying west. And then he grabs his pack, ties it back up, puts it around his back. And walks in a general direction, not west, not the same direction the bird went, but just somewhere else. Is there anything you do, Teto?
I think I want to go after that message.
I love it. I love it. And
so-
you're an airbender.
I know I've been kidnapped, so I probably don't have my staff with me.
Was your staff on you when you were trying to steal from the kitchen?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, looks like you're just gonna have to kill the bird. No, I'm just kidding.
One big jump.
Does it-
I'll give you this. The bird isn't really that high.
Okay, well,
Does it have just
let's see. If the bird flies overhead of me,
Yeah.
I think what Teto would like to do is gather up his cloak in his hands and then do a quick monk kicks out robe with his weighted tails of the cloak to wrap around the ankles, and he wants to parachute up, not to be seen by June, and then he wants to see if he can sort of corral the bird towards him using airbending.
I love that. I think I really just want to give this to you, Sam. And I think I don't think it's too complicated of a move where you'd have to roll. So
I mean,
and it's supposed to yeah?
I'll roll with both sets of dice, and I'll tell you if they're good or bad.
All right. Hell yeah.
Bad dice, bad dice.
No, it's happening. Look, like the bad dice are bad, and the good dice are good.
Wow. So perfect. So you do it. Yeah, and you basically want to parachute and kind of like intercept this bird. Basically.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to parachute to see where it's going, and then maybe what I want to do is once I get a lock on it, like airbend the wind so that it like curls down back below the trees and has to land. And then I'm going to glide in to swoop it up and catch it.
I love that. So as you parachute behind it, you can see it is almost, from where it's flying in the air, you can see it's almost completely aligned with the road that goes back west that you guys had arrived on. And you know that eventually this road does leads around the singing path. But, eventually it does go back to the docks where you guys were, the Gao-Ling docks, and eventually back through Gao-Ling. And that's the same path the bird is taking in the air. But then you, as you have said, you use your airbending to kind of force it into a landing nearby, as I imagine you land along with this bird.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna catch this bird.
Yeah, and you yoink it, you yoink that thing, and let's just say you're able to. The bird's freaking out, but you're able to grab the message from around its neck.
Don't freak out, bird. I'm really good with animals. You're a good bird. I like very strong voice, but not right now.
Oh, get off me!
Oh, are you my animal friends?
As eventually he breaks free, but he just keeps flying west. But you now have the note
Bye.
in your hand.
We'll reunite when we're meant to.
You notice that the note is in fact sealed with the sigil of the House of the Flying Boar. As you open it up, I'm not gonna read like word for word the contents of the note, but the note is addressed to his mother, who you know as Jiang Beifeng.
And Teto will
And the
say,
note just
I thought he didn't want to talk to her.
and the note says in detail of what you guys have basically been doing for the past like 4 days or so. It says how he had lost you at some point around the time when you guys were in the singing path, but he got back on your trail like a day after that. It talks of you guys stopping into Zen, and at the end, he writes how you guys are planning to go to the Eastern Air Temple, and that's where you would shelter the Earth Sages.
Teto takes this in, rolls up the note, and heads back to Tuzin.
I love it. And with that, the camera sort of pans out of Teto with the note in hand, going back to Tuzin. We fade to black. Okay.
I love court dramas are always a blast.
You
That
know,
was good, y'all. I was very entertained.
I'm so
That was
glad.
good.
I blacked out. I don't know. Said
You did great.
if it was good. If I was in character.
Oh.
I don't know.
I love it. I love it. And for you guys, you'll be glad to hear it's been so long. Next episode, we're going to be rolling growth and advancement again.
I probably have like 15. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you track your extra growth?
That's a great question that I probably should have already answered.
A wish and a prayer, Sam. A wish and a prayer.
I love
To
it.
be fair, I do think I only filled it once so far. Like in the course of everything that we've done. So
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah. I love it. Well, we got some, we sort of wrapped some things up, but there's still so many more story threads that are just sort of loose, flying around. We'll see what happens. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to have y'all back, to have this group together. I love playing this game with you guys.
Same.
Justin, you have anything for the folks back home?
It's good to be back. If you're interested in supporting us, check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Dustfire Media. We'll be back next week with more Avatar. We'll be back on Sunday with some Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back next Thursday with Masks. Man, we're just playing
so fast.
Games.
We're playing a lot of
I know.
games.
I know.
Check them out.
I don't know. Our stories are fun, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They are.
We do it.
We
We do a
definitely
good job.
are. I think we can say that.
Yeah, we do a good job.
I really want to listen to Masks. How can I do that?
So, well, you're one of our players. So if you want the link, just
This is
text
called
me.
a softball.
I know.
Justin.
No, I know. I was about to get into it. I was gonna go for the bit joke and be like, Sam, if you want to listen to it, just text me and I can send you the link to the URL. You can listen to it. If
I
you
need
want,
you to oop to my alley, man.
I know. No, I know that's where you were going. I wanted to make the joke first. You can support us on Patreon at any level, and you get access to the audio version. And if
Mhm.
we are live when we're recording the episode on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month. But if you're not available then, you have to listen to it at another time. Then yeah, you got to support us at any level. So for like $1 a month, which, look, the economy sucks right now. There's a lot going on. I understand.
You can
I
unlock
get it.
literally hours of content.
It is hours of content for
$1
$1 a month, which I think is a steal.
It's cheaper than a McChicken.
Which
It is
is
cheap.
something that I'm upset about. Let's not talk about it.
I know. Let's not talk about that though.
Yeah, what happened to the dollar menu? We still have a dollar menu over
I
here.
just said I don't want to talk about it. What are you doing right now?
That's crazy.
Well, it's because we've got the dollar menu now.
Yeah, there.
Yes.
$1. Everything we've ever made.
$1, and life just gets better for you, honestly.
Life is better.
Right.
I don't know. That's it. That's what I've got.
And we're signing off. Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks.
That's
for that.
all.
Stay safe. Stay cool. I'm not.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Later, cat gators.